Hello, it's me, RachaelLyn, and I am here to tell you about how I won $10,000. That's right. Last year, I won $10,000. It's one of those surreal things that never happens to anybody that you know, but it happened to me. Okay, so in the summertime in Louisville, all the churches in the area, they put on, they call them picnics around this area. The Northern Kentucky area, they kind of did the same thing, not to the extent that we do here in Louisville, but they called them summer festivals, which is kind of probably a little bit more accurate. I don't know why they're called picnics here, but that's what we call them. And it's just kind of like, it's more like a festival. And the kids have, blow up houses that they can jump in and things like that. There's, I guess it's kind of like gambling, but even kids can do it, because I grew up doing it. You have this board with numbers, and they spin a wheel, and you put a dime on a number, and they spin the wheel, and then you win a prize, and it depends on which booth you're in. So it could be, when I was little, I'd always go for the stuffed animal booth, or the candy booth, and then there was also the cake booth and the plant booth. I always went to the plant booth just because my mom loved plants, and so I always wanted to try to win my mom a plant. And now they have other booths too. They have a gift card booth, and they have other things too. Then they have food and all of that, and all of that raises money for the church. And every church, they have kind of their own weekends throughout the summer. And so the summer's so much fun if you have a little pocket change and you want to go and support the churches and give them your money and hope to win some prizes. I always hope that maybe I could win a gift card somewhere. And then of course we always want to win a cake for at least the family to share. And then always trying to win my mom a plant. That is still a thing, trying to get my mom a plant. They also have two raffle prizes. There's one for a quilt, and then they call it the grand prize, and there's actually 3 winners, and I think the third place winner wins $1,000. The second place winner was maybe $5,000, and then the number 1 winner was $10,000. Well, that's what I won. I see that as a great opportunity to support the church, and maybe win a prize. If I don't win a prize, then I just gave my $5 to the church. And that's kind of how I see it. And even if I'm not buying a ticket at my church, I'm going to other churches, well, I'm supporting their church too. So I kind of see it as kind of like a donation to the church, with maybe a little added bonus in there if I win. So that's actually what happened. I won the grand prize drawing, and it was actually at my church, so that was really exciting. And let me just tell you, when you win that kind of money, you don't get that kind of money. I won $10,000, but the check that they gave me was, it was $6,000 something. I can't remember how much it was, but it was $6,000 something. So they take out taxes, and they take out the maximum taxes that you would get. Now the good news is that I'm getting a lot of that back in my taxes this year. Now that my dad does my taxes, because he's a CPA. So and he's he actually has a tax business. So my dad does my taxes. And I'm getting a lot of that. Well, not a lot, but I'm getting at least some of that back, because I'm not in the highest tax bracket. I'm far away from the highest tax bracket. So I am getting some of that back in my taxes this year, but they took it all out. So that money actually pretty much all of it went to paying off all my credit cards. Let me see. I had my credit cards. I had a Capital One credit card. I had a Old Navy Visa, which I could use anywhere, not just at Old Navy. An Old Navy Visa card. I had a Walmart card. I had a Kohl's card. A Lane Bryant card, which is a clothing store. I'm trying to think if I had any other cards. I think that might be it. So I had all these cards. My Capital One and Old Navy Visa card, they were both maxed out, and they were like $2,000 to $2,500 a piece. They were both maxed out. My Walmart card was maxed out at like $600 something. My Lane Bryant card had like, about $600 on it. That was not maxed out, but I still had a lot of money on it. And then my Kohl's card, I didn't have much on that one, just like a little bit. And I think that was it. So I owed a lot of money. And winning that money meant that I could pay off my credit cards and get rid of those. And so I had already come to that point in my life where I was ready to pay off all my debts, get rid of my debts. I wanted to start saving for a house. It's actually one of the reasons why I moved home and live with my parents currently, is so that I could save money, so that I could get my own house. I wanted to save up for a down payment. Well, I realized I need to pay off these credit cards. I need to save up. And then I remembered my student loans and didn't really even remember them until just the first of the year. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, I have to deal with this. So that is what I'm on to next. I'm ready to like get a house and settle down. I mean, I don't know why it sounds weird when I say settle down, but like, have my own place that's mine, where I can paint the walls and change things around if I want to, and get a second dog and have a yard for Lucy and the other dog and maybe a cat. I don't know. I haven't decided. So I just want to like, I'm ready to like live my life. I'm here in Louisville, where I've wanted to be home. Louisville is my home. I've wanted to be home for a long time. I'm finally here. I have a good job here. I'm ready for that. Like, okay, I'm ready to just settle in and have my own place and know that I'm gonna be here for a long time. But I can't do that yet because of all the debt that I have. And so it was great winning $10,000, but it all went to debt. I mean, how great would that have been if I had won that kind of money and I didn't have debt to pay off. I gave a lot back to the church. And oh gosh, I mean, I did. I gave a lot back to the church, but I could have given so much more had I been financially free. And it's just like, but it helps me. It helps me with my goals. It's helped me get me to at least where I am now. I've been able to save a lot of money since then, because I won that money like back in August. So I've been able to just save what money I have so far, because I'm able to save like bills and all of that, at least $1,000 a month living at home. So I've been able to save up a lot. I did kind of spend a lot at Christmas. Not really. I mean, I stayed within my budget, and I did make a budget for myself for Christmas, and I stayed within that budget, but I did spend probably a little bit more than I should have, considering how much student loan debt that I have. So I've been able to save up a lot, which is good, because I feel like I'm at a head start for paying off these student loans and at least getting I'm ready to at least get through rehabilitation. I'm still kind of up in the air on whether or not I should be paying extra during rehabilitation. So for right now, I'm just saving money. That's it. I'm saving as much as I possibly can, stockpiling all the money that I can. And then once they're through rehabilitation, then I'm just gonna like punch them in the face. That's the plan. Because if I pay too much in rehabilitation, then like, I don't know. Like, it's so confusing because they said, yeah, you can definitely pay extra when I asked about it. But if I pay anything off while it's in rehabilitation, then they won't take the negative, not the negative, well, they won't take all the negative marks off, but they'll take the default marks off my credit score. And I know Dave Ramsey says your credit score shouldn't matter, but because I have so much debt, I'm going to be in debt for a long time, and there will be credit history on my credit report for a long time, which means I will have a credit score regardless for a long time until it's all paid off. So because it's going to be on there for a very long time, my thought is let's kind of slow down so that they can take the default marks off of my credit report so that my credit score can go up, so that if I need the credit score for something, then that's available. So winning $10,000, you don't get as much as you really think, but you are very likely to get most of it or some of it or maybe even all of it back. Maybe not all of it, depending on your tax bracket. You're very likely to get at least a lot of it back on your taxes the next year. It allowed me to pay off my credit cards. It allowed me to go ahead and start saving. It allowed me to go ahead and start paying on my loan rehabilitation because I had money in the bank and I didn't have to worry about it. And I actually have a couple of months like covered as far as that's concerned. Not to mention the fact that I'm still able to save like at least $1,000 a month, and then cover that and save and maybe even save some more. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just saving, trying to get those loans paid off. I am getting a little bit back from winning $10,000 in my taxes, but I'm very excited about having won $10,000. Like, that just doesn't happen to people, you know, let alone yourself. It just doesn't happen. People tell me that I'm really lucky, and I don't. Here's the funny thing. I don't believe in luck. I do believe in hard work and perseverance and trying your best and trying again until you get it right. And I think that's what life is all about. It's about trying and trying again until you get things right. All right. That's it for today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.